Adesso non ce l'ho qua, siamo credo 30-27 persone, no? Bah. Pronto, prova, pronto, prova.
Si sente benissimo.
Bene. Va bene, lascialo qui. Sì, tanto... Tienilo tu. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to C Consulting presentation. As per tradition, as every year, we are here to meet our customers and our new potential clients. So thank you to be with us. It's very nice to see a large number of clients, of companies. Rightly curious to know more about C Consulting and XLayer, the platform invented and managed by C Consulting. Let me first introduce myself and my colleagues. I'm Maurizio Ballabio. I'm a consultant for the company in communication and marketing. And with me are some of the top professionals of C Consulting. I start introducing Nathalie Rocca, reinsurance consultant. Simone Panizza, International Market Coordinator, and Massimo Rigamonti, Product Manager. A big round of applause, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we have broken the ice. Let's go on. And more. Mixed, let's say, in the audience, I greet Aldo Capurro, who is the CEO and founder, just at the end of the room. Ciao Aldo, big applause for him. He's a genius. I want to tell you the truth. He's a genius. Okay, and more. Giovanni Levati. I don't see him. He's outside. It's a salesman, so he's working. Luca Cococcia, sales manager, also for the international market, and Enrico Lerza. Enrico is coming. Ciao, Enrico. Director of Reinsurance Consultancy. Okay. The scope of our meeting is to give you as much as possible details and information about XLayer, the features, the characteristics, the capabilities of this platform. XLayer, let me say, I just say directly, is, in my opinion, but also is confirmed by the market, the best platform to manage the reinsurance business worldwide. Is really a leading solution. It takes a little bit of time to get acquainted to the platform, but then you get big results in your business. So it's very interesting. Your participation here, and we are here to give you all the information possible. Before moving to the actual presentation, let me remind that there is a raffle at the end of the presentation. Garmin watch will be drawn, and somebody of you will win this beautiful gift. Okay, big round of applause. Okay, and now let's see a couple of videos showing the activity of C Consulting and Engineering. Engineering is the company that owns C Consulting and is a very big multinational group based in Italy, in Milano. Okay. Please do not hesitate at the end of the presentation to have questions and to ask information about. Simone, please go on with the videos. Thank you. And now C Consulting.
C Consulting, the market leader with the XLayers suite, guarantees software solutions for the management of reinsurance processes which adapt to each client with maximum effectiveness. The first reinsurance agreement was signed in Genoa in 1370. C Consulting, a centre of excellence with the largest nucleus of people specialised in reinsurance in Europe, was born right in Genoa. A boutique company entirely dedicated to reinsurance for over 20 years, with an implementation method tested. C Consulting has been chosen by over 60 insurance companies in the EMEA market, including 8 clients among the top 10 insurance groups operating in Italy. More than 60 dedicated specialists, including former reinsurance managers of insurance and/or reinsurance companies. All the know-how and skills are still within the company, from the founder to the software developers. A competent and stable working group who knows the system well and knows how to adapt it to the needs of the clients. C Consulting and XLayers system are recognised as an excellence in the insurance market, as evidenced by the awards received in recent years. A member of the Accord Ruschlikon initiative in France, Italy and Spain, C Consulting is the only software provider in the world to chair a regional implementation group. Since December 2021, C Consulting has been part of the Engineering Group, a company with more than 30 proprietary digital solutions that operates worldwide for various market sectors. XLayers is the software system to manage and minimize all risks related to reinsurance, compliance, audit, leakage, balance sheet, financial, management of parent companies and business partners. At the time of implementation, on average, XLayers is already able to automatically process 96% of the reinsurance calculations required by the agreements signed by the new client. Drastically reduces the time needed for closing accounts, processing large volumes of data, preparing statistics and reports. Functional completeness, rule certainty, maximum data granularity. An ecosystem that allows the end-to-end management of all processes in a simple and intuitive way, fully integrated with the client's systems. Furthermore, it's complete with document manager and electronic workflow management, easily auditable by internal and external auditors, fully compliant with Solvency II, IFRS17 and GDPR. Need support or tailor-made improvements? C Consulting never leaves the client alone. A set of closely and harmoniously correlated services that support and streamline reinsurance management, significantly contributing to the client's serenity. Quality assurance, quick, certain and decisive answers. With C Consulting, you sleep easy. XLayers is not a cost, but an investment. Already in the implementation phase, it allows you to discover previous errors. The automatic features effectively optimize the results, contain management times and costs, and reduce the possibility of making mistakes that often turn out to be very costly. A comprehensive approach to reinsurance management.
Wow. So everything is clear, but if not, I now invite Simone to comment on the videos and to show some charts in order to understand better the position or the positioning of the two companies. Okay, thank you, Simone.
Thank you, Maurizio, and thanks everybody for your time here. Yeah, I guess a lot of information in this video, so I will try to clarify a bit all the logos and names that you have seen so that you better understand the structure of what we are presenting right now. So basically, Engineering is a massive Italian IT digital company with headquarters all over the world. And in 2021, they both C Consulting. C Consulting is the software factory that created XLayers, which is the product to manage outward and inward reinsurance in a fully automatic way. So these are the three names and three logos that you've heard about. XLayer is the product that we will try to present to you in much more detail in the following videos and session. But I would like you to understand a bit more about the companies behind the product. So I will try to give you a few information on them. So let's start with the group. Engineering Group, as I said, is a multinational group based in Italy, but with headquarters all over the world. And it's worth more than 1.7 billion euros of revenue for year 2023. We have more than 15,000 people working in the group. And its aim is to cover the whole digital journey of their clients. The group is made up by several different companies. Some of them are very vertical, very specialized in specific industries, and C Consulting is exactly one of them. Why we say so? Because we, since the foundation by Aldo Capurro, dealt only with reinsurance. We believed, Aldo believed, that it was a completely uncovered industry, so he started developing a system initially to cover outward reinsurance, which was another strange idea because nobody cared about outward insurance. And this idea turned out to be the good one because basically we became very quickly the leaders in the Italian market with more now than 70% of the insurance companies using our system to cover their whole reinsurance processes. And then we started to grow also outside Italy. Some interesting facts and figures. We have more than 70% of the market share in Italy. We have 8 clients among the top 10 insurance groups operating in Italy using our system. More than 23 years dedicated to reinsurance only. More than 60 dedicated reinsurance specialists, meaning that we are not only an IT factory. Some of our partners, some of our colleagues are expert in reinsurance from the business side, just like Nathalie. She was a CFO and CRO in AXA XL France, AXA Italy. I mean, Serge, we have a lot of competencies here, also from the business perspective. And another very important thing is that we reinvest 20% of the revenues each and every year to make XLayers improving. And how we do select the improvement to make to the system? It's very easy, because every year all our clients sit together with us in the user group and tell us what the product should be do better, more, adding feature, adding function. So we follow the real needs of the clients. It's not something that we invent ourselves. Last very important information for us, but for you also, is that we are now really a multinational company, meaning that we are present in more than 11 countries, and we are currently covering 3 continents. So we started from Genoa, we spread to Milano, and then we exploded worldwide. Yeah, that's where we are currently delivering our values to clients. So starting from Italy, Hungary, Chile, Morocco, Luxembourg, France, Spain, Portugal, Greece, Croatia, Slovenia. I mean, we are growing at a very, very fast pace. And this is a snapshot of some of our clients. As you can see, we have small Italian insurance company, probably the first client that we had. And then we are also capable to deliver our values to massive international groups, which is very important because a system like XLayers can really help large group to centralize and manage properly reinsurance. So that was what I wanted to give you as a flavor of who we are and what we are doing in terms of business. If you have any question, I'm more than happy. Otherwise, we can move to the next videos where we will try to deep dive into specific feature of XLayers in order for you to understand how and what the system does for our clients.
Some questions? Otherwise, I have a question for you, Simone. But can you tell us why so many clients choose us or are considering to work with us?
Yeah, that's thanks for your question. It's very interesting because we recently carried out a survey among our clients, and more than 70% of them actually responded, providing us exactly the main reason why they believe XLayers is the right choice they made. Because, of course, before you have to choose based on trust, we do assessment, we do POCs, we do demos, and so on and so forth. But once they decided to buy XLayers, then they realized it was the right choice. And in no particular order, I would say processing timing, because now the reinsurance closure time is a problem. You have to be quicker and quicker. And with XLayers, you can close your accounts in hours instead of weeks. So this is one of the most important things. Yeah. Another one is the management of very complex reinsurance structure, meaning that if you manage manually, reinsurance is very difficult to handle everything correctly because you have excess of loss in an Excel file, quota shares in another. It's very difficult to deal with this. XLayers is capable to allow the user to manage very complex reinsurance structure on their own, without our intervention. There is a very easy user interface where the user can create very complex reinsurance structure and maintain them year by year. Then we have the need for the groups to centralize reinsurance. If you manage reinsurance manually, it's impossible to centralize different legal entity and consolidate the accounts. It's impossible. XLayers is a multi-setting company product, and is exactly capable to do so. Another important aspect is, well, analytics, statistics, meaning that probably if you manage reinsurance manually, you produce your statistics only when you perform the renewal or you close the accounts, because they are very time-consuming. With XLayers, we provide our user with a reporting engine where they can access all the data inside XLayers. They can create autonomously their own report, and they can issue this report whenever they want, just clicking a button. Another important reason is compliance to laws and regulation. For instance, Solvency II, XLayers allow our clients to issue the QRTs related to reinsurance, just clicking a button and using the production actual data used to close the account as well. Another reason is resource turnover.
Okay, stop you. Bravo.
A lot of.
Big applause for him. Hard selling. Bravissimo.
Sorry.
And now let's see the concept you kindly told us in a more dynamic way, please.
You say I'm not dynamic. Got it.
The process of calculating outward reinsurance requires the prior input of detailed information on policies and claims in the policy claims systems, with therefore sufficient granularity for reporting to reinsurers, accounting of records to the general ledger, and compliance. The XLayers system receives the information with the necessary granularity, reclassifies it based on the rules defined by the cedant, and processes it by attributing it to the structures and therefore to the reinsurance contracts, based on the content and characteristics of the reinsurance agreements defined internally by the users. Then carries out all the calculations typical of reinsurance agreements, proportional and/or non-proportional. The input information is also verified for reconciliation with the accounting systems and for data quality. Processing and calculations can be carried out annually, quarterly, monthly, or daily, depending on the client's needs. The outputs of XLayers, in addition to a statistical base with very efficient functionality, are the account statements, the technical account with all the necessary attachments supporting the calculations carried out, and the bordereau to be sent to the reinsurers. The frequency of issuance depends on the agreements defined with the reinsurers, quarterly, half-yearly, annually, naturally contemplating the possibility of issuing cash advances for proportional or cash claims for non-proportional agreements. The level of aggregation of these documents depends on market uses, and any level is definable. The output is PDF format with attachments in Excel for contracts that require it. Alternatively, it's possible to use the Ruschlikon Accord standard, which provides direct sending via Adept, which further speeds up all the necessary verifications and account regulations. Automatic account processing allows the client to eliminate any leakage from the process. The accounting information for the preparation of statutory financial statements is produced as often as necessary, normally monthly. The granularity of the records reflects the requirements of the supervising authorities. Fast close can be used to align reinsurance with direct business, making it extremely easy to simulate end-of-period results. The preparation of monthly balance sheets and the simulation of end-of-period results allows the client to minimize the risk of unexpected results. XLayers issues the information for the quantitative reporting templates relating to reinsurance in accordance with the Solvency II regulations. Allows you to prove the stability of the portfolio over the last at least 5 years for companies that intend to use the undertaking specific parameters to calculate the solvency margin. It makes information available with the desired frequency, even monthly, with the granularity necessary for the solvency capital requirement assessments. Ensures consistency between reinsurance results and information for QRTs. XLayers prepares the actual information to be fed into the client data hubs and used for the IFRS17 calculation. All the outputs mentioned have a single source, which guarantees consistency and accounting reconciliation. The closing process can be carried out by guaranteeing the tight deadlines that the clients must now respect, especially if they have to contribute to consolidated financial statements. From weeks and with precarious and very onerous checks to a few days and with reliable controls.
Okay, good. So in Italian we say tanta roba, a lot of stuff. Okay, so sorry for being so technical, but it's a must. Is there any question or regarding these features of the platform? No, everything is clear. Don't be shy. You, please.
Could you perhaps tell us a little bit more about this Ruschlikon which you mentioned here?
Later on, there will be a section in a few seconds. And no, allow me to ask a question to the product manager. Bravo, Massimo. Massimo, I have a question for you. Two questions. One is, let me understand why it's necessary to develop a separate system instead of using the portfolio data as it is. And the other question that is very important these days is let's understand how the platform works on catastrophic events. Which are the features of this very peculiar situation?
So
right.
let's start from the first question. There is a question that always has been raised when we present the demo of the software. So some companies has already some built-in functionality or features of reinsurance inside their legacy system, inside their core system, and they more or less try to manage reinsurance in this way. Why it's better to have a dedicated platform? The key word is flexibility. I will use this word as a keyword. First, a sort of technical flexibility. What? So you can plan your reinsurance rules, your insurance policy, your insurance reclassification information inside XLayers regardless of the information there are in the policy system. So we can receive whatever are your information in your core system. You don't have to change codes or whatever, and you can apply dedicated rules, build a separate specific rules just for insurance. This is an incredible plus. So you can create your own reinsurance platform regardless of your policy system. And in addition of this, we can do some specific calculations, like if you need the calculations of the UPR inside XLayers with different rules, with different kind of algorithm of calculation. Or, for example, XLayers can do something like the calculations of the risk premiums, typically in life business, but also sometimes in non-life business. And all this stuff is done inside XLayers. So we receive just the gross data, and then everything give you the opportunity to do it specifically in your XLayers, in your separate platform. And sometimes you have different portfolio systems, or you have the claims managed by another system. So to have the reinsurance in the portfolio when sometimes you have different portfolio, it's not so easy. So we consolidate everything, all the rules are inside XLayers. Then we have an operational flexibility, so the possibility to manage specific tasks inside the platform. So you need to manage some reversal inside the system. The portfolio is closed, then for gross information are inside, then you are able to do whatever you have to do inside XLayers. Then you can do simulations, or you can do as if other scenarios, what if scenarios. You can start from there and see what will happen if I change this, if I change some other configuration. And so you have, for example, for catastrophic events, we will focus on the second questions, but you can post-manage the accumulation. So you can decide after you have done the first simulation or your first calculation, you can say, okay, I can accumulate more claims looking at the data, looking at the information that I have. Now that I have applied some reclassification, so I have more homogenized the data, then I can do a post-reprocessing of data inside XLayers, no matter what our information now in the claims. So you have in accounting the possibility to have a flexibility in accounting because you can do the fast close, you can have a specific task done just in a dedicated system. And it's important because the system has these steps, this process, this automatic process that can be very easily auditable, traceable, everything. The external auditors love the possibility to see everything because XLayers will not lose track, contains the complete audit trail of information. The gross data, the seeded data with the finest level of granularity, and then you can go back always. So you can have the complete picture of your company or your business inside XLayers. Then you have also architectural flexibility because we can, like I said before, receive data from different portfolio systems, but not only. You can also integrate data that sometimes are not in the portfolio. Another weakness of having the reinsurance in portfolio, IBNR, late premiums, integration of reserves, typical actuarial data that are not in the portfolio system. How you can apply reinsurance if the data are not in the portfolio and you have the reinsurance in your portfolio systems? It's a total weakness. In XLayers, you can integrate from multiple sources, multiple portfolio systems. Tomorrow you acquire a new company or you acquire just a portfolio of a company, and then everything is stored in XLayers, and you can then integrate and produce the data for statements of account, for the payments, and for the balance with a complete picture. And it's easily connectable with this interfaces with the other portfolio system or with the treasury or the general ledger. So we have done.
We are convinced, fully convinced. Please tell us
for the second part, for
catastrophic
event. In the last year for us was a very hot topic because in Italy, but I think it's worldwide, there's an increase of these catastrophic events, and lot of claims of this catastrophic event must be processed now. And there was, for us, different topics that we have to front and to improve the system. The first was really pure technical, so lot of claims, and we need to be faster in processing a lot of claims. And we have done a completely new approach. Because of this, we completely a new approach. So we have forgot I've called it the reversal valzer. So the complete, when some new variation of a claim occur, you need to reverse and then reprocess again, thousands and thousands of claims, big events, and so on. So we have completely changed this approach, and we go in what I call it a continuous adjustment. So the system processes the data at the finest level of granularity already balanced. So before you have the problem that sometimes not for the figures, but for the balance, because if you have a multi-line, you need to really spread in the right way, distribute in the right way the data. Now we process everything at the finest level of granularity, always adjusted, so already prepared to send the data, the right data, to the business partners and to the general ledger. And doing with this approach, we call it multi-step, we have become faster in processing this data. So now we have 60% faster than before. We can process really big data in few time. Then we are started to improve in the helping a company in the event determination. So to find out if some claims is really part of this event. So because we process the data at the highest level of granularity, we have started to work in improving the data quality of the information. And now we are in the process of starting also a process of a 3 different approach. So with internal data, we give you the possibility to find out the event. We can confront with the public database. So we can say, okay, let's see if the public data can help us in a determination of events. And we are starting also with internal group, with companies' internal engineering group, to use artificial intelligence, AI, to help having more data to find out if a claim affected could be part of an event, or if there is an event that we do not properly manage inside our data. And in fact, in Italy, we have been chosen by the, let me say, the government reinsurer, because now we also in Italy starting to have this coverage of the state that is starting to help the company and to force the company to have a coverage for catastrophic events. We have been chosen by the government reinsurer as the provider of the platform. And this is helping us having more data, for example, the geolocalization by asset, to have the possibility to have the exposure by asset. So we have lots of new information that we can store, process, and use to this. So in catastrophic events, we are doing a lot.
A lot of, thank you so much. A lot of information, worthy for another meeting.
Yeah,
standalone meeting for catastrophic events. So let's go on with 2 very short videos. We want to give you 2 more concepts, 2 more bunch of information, and that there is a left for. So be patient, please. Thank you.
Since its introduction in 2017, the new accounting standard, IFRS17, has significantly changed the paradigm for preparing the financial statements of insurance companies. The impact it had on the management of reinsurance was also notable. Concepts such as units of account and cohort were introduced, and measured models such as the building block approach or the premium allocation approach were defined. One of the most important and impactful aspects on reinsurance management systems was the different and greater analytical granularity of the information required. XLayers has been designed from the outset with the ability to process information at the highest level of detail and analytical granularity. XLayers is a complete management system for the reinsurance process. Starting from gross portfolio data, it's able to automate the end-to-end process and all reinsurance calculations at the deepest level of granularity. XLayers is able to determine the cohort by applying different measurement methods, and is able to provide all the information necessary for the classification of the unit of account. XLayers, thanks to its integrated dynamic reporting management engine and the ease of connection of its data mart with any company data hub or repository, is the ideal tool to provide the actual result with the personalized detail required at any time. XLayers is a remarkably powerful and flexible calculation system, which guarantees high processing performance even in the case of volumes consisting of millions of records. The flexibility of the process, which can be engaged with any desired frequency and with dynamic granularity, allows simple integration with the actuarial systems of any client. XLayers, purchased by over 60 clients, has already successfully completed several IFRS 17 projects. All the analysis carried out by the main auditing companies in the insurance market have always found and confirmed that XLayers is a complete tool, ready to guarantee the correct management of information and with the required level of granularity to support the drafting of the IFRS 17 financial statements.
Okay, thank you. Some questions regarding IFRS 17? Otherwise, it's up to me make another question to the beautiful Nathalie. Nathalie, come here. And I would like to ask you about the importance of having, let's say, perfect compliance management today. Is just a cost or is something else? Tell us your opinion, please.
Well, most of the things have already been said. I would say that today with the European regulations such as Solvency II and the non-European countries that have more or less now equivalent regulatory requirements and all the IFRS accounting standards that have been implemented, for sure we see that the insurance companies are more and more required to have a data governance and an internal control system in place in order to ensure that then they have reliability in the balance sheets that they are issuing. So basically there are 4 items on which we can focus. So granularity, this has been mentioned. Then you have data quality. Through the granularity and the data quality, obviously this is not anymore a matter, I would say, of finance or risk management that are performing some calculations. Basically, it's a matter for all the functions within the company, be it underwriting. Underwriting today needs to understand what are the results of the portfolio, not at the end of the year, but basically to be able to manage the portfolio during the year and every month have the results and the detailed results in order to potentially adjust then the results during the year in order to meet the business plan. You have claims through the reserving process. Obviously, the more detailed claims you have and information, you are able to project them through your RBNRs and finally define your reserving. You have it obviously through the calculation of your solvency capital requirements, be it on through an internal model or a standard formula calculation. So it's really becoming more and more important for a company to have this granularity and data quality available within the systems that are using to perform reinsurance processes. And then there is, also 2 other main topics, which are traceability. It is essential also to understand who has done what, who has amended what, with which amounts, when, and so to be able to come back to the source of data that has been processed and then to understand what was good or what was wrong, maybe. And then auditability. Auditability, you have internal audit, you have external auditors, and this now is a huge process with reporting. And through the possibility and the auditability, you are able, obviously, so to re-perform and recalculate and re-go through your process in order to understand if you are obtaining same results or not. And today, for an insurance company, which needs, obviously, to produce a balance sheet which is reliable and where the insurance market can trust in the figures that are delivered by the insurance company, it becomes quite essential. And very often, if you have a manual process, obviously, this is very difficult to be insured. It can be a manual process or semi-manual through Excel files, but basically, at the end, it is always the same thing. Through XLayers, this is a platform which is really an end-to-end process that is fully automatized, and that will be able, through the classification of all your data at the very beginning of the installation of the platform and the assessment of the businesses, will allow to fulfill this granularity, which is really in line with the business of the clients, to have the full view of the details, which allows then afterwards for any kind of reporting. So basically, whatever reporting you need to be performed with whatever details, you will have it, because as XLayers is the single source of all the reinsurance data, this obviously then allows you to deliver whatever statistics on your portfolio. And then, so to finalize, traceability and auditability, as we have already mentioned. These are two processes. While you will go step by step on the process, you have full traceability, so you have all the warnings with amendments, evolutions, you have full formulas explaining whatever is done within the platform, and auditability with reportings and enabling, obviously, to go through the full process. So at the end, it's true that it might be seen as a real challenge at the beginning, because it asks at the beginning to have a full analysis and full classification of your data, but then once it is ongoing, it's really, I would say, a reduction in terms of timing of performing, which is quite important, to give, obviously, the possibility to people to perform activities that are a little bit more interesting, than simply controlling very often figures. And well, to be able really to trust in the figures that are delivered. So.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So at the end, obviously, and then reducing totally operational risks, because this is confirmed also through the automatized process. Obviously, you will have an elimination of the leakage, and therefore the cost is
so
is
many
then,
advantages, and moreover, let me say that nobody wants their CIOs get a fine, so that's also important. And okay, let's have the last contribution very quick. Ruschlikon. Who knows where Ruschlikon is? Brava, vinto una bambolina. You win a little puppet. Ruschlikon is a beautiful town in Switzerland where this protocol of communication between companies and reinsurer was taught, and is also the headquarter of a very beautiful building that is the headquarter of Swiss Re. With a lot, with hundreds of thousands of golden leaf put inside the wall. So, take the opportunity to see, to visit Ruschlikon, please.
The Ruschlikon initiative is a collaborative project in the insurance and reinsurance industry, focused on standardizing and automating administrative operations and accounting processes through the adoption of data standards and digital technologies. It takes its name from Ruschlikon, a town in Switzerland, where participants first gather to discuss and launch the initiative. The main objectives of the Ruschlikon initiative are operational efficiency, which means cost reduction and improvements in efficiency of administrative and accounting processes between insurers, reinsurers, and intermediaries. Standardization, which translates into a simplification in communication between various parties involved, promoting the use of common standards for exchanging data and information, such as ACCORD, Association for Cooperative Operations Research and Development. Automation, implementing technological solutions to automate manual processes, thus reducing the possibility of errors and speeding up processing times. Improve transparency and reliability of the information exchanged between the parties, ensuring data is accurate and up to date. Compliance, i.e. integrity, availability and confidentiality of information, and auditability of the entire process. The initiative is supported by a group of leading companies in the reinsurance industry who collaborate with insurtech companies to develop and implement best practices and technologies for improving business processes. Through this collaboration, the Ruschlikon initiative aims to radically transform the operational efficiency and effectiveness of the entire global insurance industry. With the birth of the Ruschlikon initiative, several Ruschlikon implementation groups have been formed around the world, which promote the implementation of the Ruschlikon initiative in local markets. In Europe, a Ruschlikon implementation group was initiated in Italy, RIGI, followed by further implementation groups in France, Spain, UK, and one representing Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Outside Europe, implementation groups are formed in North America, RNAIG, Asia, RIGA, and beyond. C Consulting was the first company to implement and support the Ruschlikon standard in XLayers, its end-to-end automatic reinsurance management system. C Consulting has completed the implementation. Pilot testing has made the Ruschlikon model in XLayers available to all clients starting from Q3 2024. With XLayers, the client manages the entire reinsurance process and, thanks to the Ruschlikon model, can communicate in an automated and secure manner to its reinsurers and brokers all the elements of the process: account statements, commissions, adjustments, deposits, profit sharings, bordereau, claims notices, cash claims, reinstatement premiums and adjustments, payments, with all the necessary supporting documents and attachments. Thanks to the Ruschlikon model and to the automation of the process, clients can see quickly and automatically the processing of all transactions approved by the reinsurer and focus only on processing any exceptions. The entire process in XLayers is automatic, certified, secure and auditable.
Okay, good. We have finished. So thank you for being patient, and we hope to have fulfilled all your curiosity and, let's say, your needs of information regarding these very important tools. And we are here to answer you and to keep in contact with you. So any needs, any questions, you know everybody of the company. Please.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Germany was not mentioned as one of the countries compliant with the Ruschlikon standards. Yes. Why is this the case?
It was mentioned Germany and Austria.
Okay.
It's because you have one group for the two countries, basically.
Okay, so they comply and they use.
They are. Well, there is an implementation group that is ongoing, specifically for the two countries.
Okay, and is it there in the world another standard which is the benchmark, or is this the benchmark, basically for all for the insurance industry?
Well, sorry. Well, basically, these standards have been initially defined through with the three parties. Here, where we are talking about insurance company, we are talking about brokers, reinsurers. So standards have been initially defined in order to assess what are the preferred ones. And then afterwards, everything has been deployed based on those standards. And they have obviously then been acquired step by step, starting from a few companies now, and then for deployment throughout the market.
So probably she also asked if there are other standards.
Yeah.
So we have chosen the Accord Ruschlikon initiative because in the Anglo-Saxon world, so USA, Canada, and England, is the most used, is the most already defined, is well defined. So this is probably there are other standards, but that are not so adopted by the market. So our choice of going with the Accord standard was already well established in the Anglo-Saxon world. So that's the main reason. And the standards was already in place in England, in USA. So the Europe now is following. Sorry for being late in this occasion, but it's better to go where already some transactions are already were good. Good.
Okay.
So that's the reason why. But probably there are other standards. We know some of that, but not so well documented, established, and used. This is the adoption for us is the most important thing.
Okay, we can continue. Please, a lot of questions. Oh my God. And the raffle?
Hi, a question for you. You told before that, in particular, your platform is very useful as regard the NatCat business. In particular, as regards Italy, because we know that the government will enact. We will see if, starting from the end of December, a mandatory provision for NatCat coverage. This is. I suppose that there will be a lot of space for direct carriers, but also for insurer carriers. Could you let us know a little bit more about this application on this particular risk, because it might be useful not only for Italy, that is, it will grow, but also for every other country, I suppose. No?
Yeah. In fact, in Italy now this. Like you said, for the end of the year, we hope will be this law that will be in place. Take the microphone. And so let me say the government that is this reinsurer that is the one that is the preferred one has chosen XLayers because it was already a good platform with already the right level of granularity, the possibility to manage the inward and the outward inside the same platform, and we have already the right granularity, but we also adding more data that will be very interesting for example, for a reinsurer, because in the inward business we will add also the possibility to have the exposure by asset. That is something with geolocalization, with information about which floor, which cresta zones, with all this kind of information that are very useful for a reinsurer in this case to say where I am exposed, where I have accumulation, and so on. So basically, this will improve a lot and will open the interest for our platform also for real big inward companies. We have already some reinsurers, sometimes the internal group companies that do inward and outward, but this will be an opportunity for us to store and have lots of information also for the inward. And then starting from that, applying the retrocession with our powerful possibility to manage complex reinsurance platform structures, we can, for example, we receive all this information in detail, and then the possibility to apply the retrocession with the aggregated excess of loss, stop loss, or complex reinsurance structures. Okay. So, have I answered the question? Yeah.
Okay, so just to continue offline, because we don't have much time, so let's go to the most important part of the, of the presentation, the raffle. Please.
Sorry, before we start with the raffle, I want to make sure everyone here has put the business card in the box, because it will drive the extraction.
Okay. Somebody has put 2 or 3 cards more. Okay, that's unfair, but we can tolerate. Very crowded.
You don't have.
Where is the gift? Where is the gift? Please give me the gift.
Put mine, so.
Yes, I can show. This is the gift. It's not empty. I assure you that it's not empty. So quite heavy. Okay, let's make the extraction. I suggest that Nathalie, come here. Look at the wall. Look at the wall. Okay. Raffle. Okay. Are you hot? Warm. Ok, let's go.
Both.
Boh, ma che cos'è questo?
No, ma ancora.
Non ci posso credere. Non ci posso credere. Giorgio, grazie.
I'm very happy, but since I won last year,
No, it's unbelievable. No, we are.
We need to play Lotto together.
I touch you now. I want to touch you because.
Nothing is done.
No, oh, so this is very kind of you. Let other people get amused and enjoy the possibility. So I will invite you tonight to a private dinner. Private dinner, and please go on with. Wow. Phoenix, Mr. Nikolai Gorbachev. Mr. Nikolai Gorbachev? That. Okay. Nikolai Gorbachev was a former president of. My God. Let's go on until the end. Oh, the friend of Nikolai Gorbachev, Kirill Savrasov.
Oh,
Sorry.
might do it right then. Okay.
Okay. Oh, John Towers.
Come on.
That. Again. Please. Yard insurance. So Farad Kayi.
Congratulations!
You, my friend. You paid a lot of attention. In fact, I please come here.
Congratulations.
Bravo, bravissimo.
Whoa.
That's the. Take a picture.
Oh, okay.
Take a picture. Smile. Grazie. Thank you everybody. Live buffet for a drink and some refreshments. So thank you so much.